Okay, today we're going to continue what we were doing yesterday. We're going to combine like terms, las cosas que se parecen. But there's going to be some distributing. So before we can combine, we have to distribute because I see parentheses all over this page. So to distribute, when you distribute, you multiply by the number directly in front of the parentheses. Okay? So you multiply the coefficients. Do not change the variable and the exponents. Okay, that's all we're doing. We're multiplying, and then after we multiply, we're going to combine. So for problem number 1, you're probably like, well, what do I multiply here, right? There's no number. But there is a number. What number is that? What number is that? -1. It's a -1. So put a 1 right there. We're going to distribute a -1. It's invisible, so it's a little tricky. Make sure that you pay attention to it. We're going to distribute here and here. There's nothing over here to distribute, but there is something here to distribute. So I need to multiply. Okay? So when I multiply -1 times 4, what does that give you? Put it in decimals. -1 times 4. -1 times 4. -4. Okay, so this is how you're going to be using decimals. You're going to be using it just to multiply, add, and subtract, but don't put the variables on here. Okay, so this gives me -4. This has an x. So what do I do with the x? You put it with that -4, right? Then you're going to do -1 times 9. What's -1 times 9? -1 times 9 is -9. So I'm going to put, right here, -9. Okay, so I'm done with this part. And over here, there's nothing to distribute, so I'm just going to bring them down. Take the parentheses off. We don't need the parentheses anymore. So I have 2x squared plus 3x. Okay, so now that we have distributed, now we're going to combine like terms. So the things that look like yesterday, okay, I have an x right here and then another x right here. These two go together porque tienen x. They have an x, okay? So in the calculator, you're going to put 3 minus 4. Just follow the signs. 3 minus 4 is what? 3 minus 4 is -1x. Because they both had an x, it's a -1x. Okay? This one and this one are not the same, so just bring them down. Este se baja. 2x squared. This one comes down, -9, and that is it. Okay, that's your final answer. I have distributed and combined. Okay? Let's do problem number 2. Problem number 2 is a little bit easier because this is an imaginary +1. Imaginary +1. You have to know that when you multiply by a 1, it gives you the same thing back. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 8 is 8. So really, you're getting rid of the parentheses. Over here too, there's an invisible 1. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 5 is 5. So just get rid of the parentheses. Quita los paréntesis. So it's 6s squared plus 5 plus 4 plus 8s squared. Because those were 1s. If it would have been a different number, then you multiply by that number and it gives you a different number. Okay? What's the second step? What do I do next? Combine like terms. So which ones look alike? The s squared with the s squared and the number with the number, right? So these two, you're going to add. What's 6 plus 8? 14. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 s squared. That's this one and this one, my circles. What about 5 plus 4? What's 5 plus 4? 9. Positive 9, and we're done. That's it. Okay, pretty simple. We're distributing and combining, just like yesterday. Let's do problem number 3. What am I going to distribute? The 2. So the 2, let me change color. The 2 is going to distribute here and here, not over here, because there's an invisible 1 here. Okay, 1 times 4 is 4, 1 times 5 is 5. But what's 2 times negative 7? Yes, use the calculator. Negative 14. This one has an x squared, so you have to bring it down right here. X squared. What's 2 times, this is a 1, 2 times 1? Positive 2. 2 times 1 is 2. We're not adding, we're multiplying. And then this has an x, so this has an x. Okay, so then this front one, it just comes down. That's 4x squared plus 5x. What's the next step? What is it called? What's the next step? Combine like terms. Combine like terms. So this one with this one, and it's minusing it. You see this? Goes with the 14. So what's 4 minus 14? No. Negative 10. It's a negative 10x squared. Okay, this one has an x squared, this one has an x squared, so the answer has an x squared. But you don't put the x squares in the calculator. You only put 4 minus 14. Gives you negative 10. Okay, what was the other one? Now we're going to have to add these two because they both have an x. What's 5 plus 2? 7. Positive 7x. And we're done. So this is your answer. What am I going to do with number 4? What do I need to distribute? Negative 3. Here and here. What's over here? A 1. So this just stays the same. Esto se baja. So I have 5b minus 7ab plus 8a. Right? This just came down right here. Then multiply. Let me write this down. Multiply. Negative 3 times 5. Negative 15. You use decimals. Negative 3 times 5. Negative 15. No letters. Don't put letters in there. So you have negative 15 AB, because this had AB, this has to have AB. Okay, then negative 3 times negative 4. This is a negative, you see this? Negative 4. Okay, so negative 3 times negative 4. If you forget the symbol, you're going to get it wrong. If you do negative 3 times positive 4, you're going to get it wrong. So this is a positive 12. So even though there's a negative here, it's a positive 12a. It wasn't negative. Okay, so you don't bring that symbol down until after you multiply. So what's the next step? Combine like terms. So which ones look alike? It's not a 7, it's a negative 7ab minus 15ab. So in the calculator, you're going to put negative 7 minus 15. If you forget the negative on the 7, you're going to get it wrong. So it's a negative 22AB. Negative 22AB. This one goes with this one. You add them. What's 8 plus 12? 20. So positive 20A. And then this one just comes down. Positive 5B. Because there's nothing to combine. It's by itself. So this is your answer. Okay? Let's do pause the video. I want you to do number 5 by yourself. Pause the video right now. Do number 5 and then see if you got it right. Okay, you should have paused the video and so I'm going to do the problem right now. There is nothing to distribute here. This gives you the same thing back. So this is 5, positive 5, minus 8a plus a squared, which is a 1, right? So if you started there, that was wrong. You were supposed to start here. There is a 3 that you need to distribute, right? What's 3 times 3? 9. What's 3 times 2?
6.
Positive 6a squared. Because it has, no, not squared. Positive 6a, because this has an a, so this one has an a. What's 3 times 1? 3. Positive 3a squared. Okay, then we combine like terms. So this one looks like this one. What's 3 plus 1? 4. So you have 4a squared. Then this one looks like this one. What's 6 minus 8? Negative 2. Negative 2a. And then the last one. What's a different color? What's 9 plus 5? Positive 14. Okay? So that's it. We're done here. All right, number 6. What is the perimeter? What do you do when they ask for perimeter? Add up all the sides. Sumas todos lados. Add all sides. So write it down. We're adding all the sides. That means we are combining like terms. Los que se parecen, combine. So this one is a 1x squared. Looks like this one, which is a 1x squared. Add. What's 1 plus 1? 2x squared. Then I have this one is a negative 2 plus 3 plus 1. What do you get? So let's put all of that in decimals. That's a negative 2 plus 3 plus 1. Negative 2 plus 3 plus 1. That's your x, okay? So positive 2x. So we're going to put plus 2x. And then we're almost done. 1 minus 4 minus 2 plus 3. Put all of that in decimals, all together. 1 minus 4 minus 2 plus 3. 1 minus 4 minus 2. You have the paper in front of you. Plus 3. Right? It was 1 minus 4 minus 2 plus 3. That gives me a negative 2.